everybody. Welcome to Thursday. Huzzah. I look very red on my lower face. I'm not sure why. I don't know what's going on with that. So, let's see who's out there. Hey, Steph. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Thank you so much for the follow. Today, I am going to be working on some convention organizational stuff, which is why there's nothing up in the background behind the timer yet, because I have to figure out what exactly I need to do. Because I have a meeting with my senior director at 4 o'clock today, so I feel like I should at least have some idea of what the hell I'm doing. So, hey, Robin, how are you doing today? How are you doing? I had some friends over last night for a very late dinner. They're coming into town for an event this weekend, and they came in from Alabama, but they didn't get here till like almost 10 o'clock. So I had dinner at 10 o'clock last night. So that was really weird. But I got to hang out with them for a little while. They left here probably at 12:30, so it was a late night for me. So yeah, I'm kind of dragging, and for some reason my alarm on my phone is no longer overriding my do not disturb, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So especially since I think my do not disturb only goes till 9, and my alarm is at like 9 or 9:15. So yeah, I have to figure that out. So I didn't wake up till like 9:45 this morning. But I did get stuff done. I was able to get those Vela episodes uploaded. Remember I was editing those yesterday, so I managed to get those uploaded. And I imagine I'm going to get distracted a little bit at about 1 o'clock because the January 6th committee is going to be, their Thursday presentation is starting, so I am expecting to be sidetracked by that a little bit today. So, how's everybody else doing? What are you working on today? Tell me in the chat. Thank you, Robin, for your faith in me that I've got this. I better got this, because otherwise I'm just going to be like, I don't know what to do. So, I also need to, we have the directors for this convention that I'm working on. It's Multiverse, by the way. We have, for the first time, we have access to the programming app, which we haven't the last couple of years. We've used it. Just our senior director has had access to it. So they're giving directors access so that we can go ahead and put our stuff in. So I have to look at the tutorial for that. But it's not going to be that. I used to do the programming application thing for a much bigger con in the past, so I expect it to be relatively easy for me. So you have faith in everyone in the tribe, Robin. Does that include you? That's my question to you, Robin. Does that include you? All right, Anita, hi. Good to see you today. Good to see you. So glad that you're here with us again. Yay. Let me know in the chat what you're working on today. Robin, that means you too. What are you working on today? With all of your good faith in yourself, because you're a tribe member. You should expect it from me. You should expect it from me, Robin. It is not a surprise. So, so let me know what you're working on. You'll probably see a spreadsheet or a website or something come up in the background when I get a moment. So, I don't know what'll be back there. Like I said, I'm going to be working on programming for Multiverse. And I cannot find... So, I usually keep a spreadsheet with... for every con that I help or that I am part of the programming side, where I'm actually deciding on panels and classes and things, I usually keep a spreadsheet that has all of the, it's a master spreadsheet, and I have all of my ideas on one sheet, all of the ideas and class descriptions, things I've done in the past, what years they've been on the actual schedule and stuff like that. And I can't find mine for Multiverse. It's not where it should be, so I have to go hunting for that. So, so let's see. Robin is editing that damn novel. Excellent. Love it. And Anita is working on an article. Awesome. What article is it, Anita? What is it? What is it about? I'm interested to know. I actually also this morning listened to Karina's interview with William Davis, who is Cancer Man or Cigarette Smoking Man on X Files, and that was fun. That was really interesting. Um, I know she put the link up in the tribe, so if you want to go have a gander at some point, he seems just so cool and very personable and down to earth, and I love that. So apparently he's been acting like 70 years. That's insane. So so yeah, but it was a really cool interview. I really enjoyed it. So I hope she comes in so I can tell her that also. All right. Let me go ahead and get some time on the clock. All right. Are we ready to do this? We got our writing and editing caps on, and in my case, organizational help me, I need to do this thing cap. So, all right. Let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. 20 minutes starts right now. Let's do this. Start strong. Woo. right, that one snuck up on me. How'd everybody do? So I fiddled around with the scheduling program, which I have no problems with. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it at all. It's easy. So then I went on a hunt to try to find the spreadsheet that I knew I had, and I found it. It took me a while, but I found it. So you see, I have the privacy screen up behind because obviously that's not something I want to, put out over the internet. So I have been working on that. I went through and I updated the years for all the ones we actually did last year. And now I'm going through and highlighting the ones I think I'd like to do this year. I need to figure out how many spaces I have. And I want to go through the guest lists and see. One of the things I do when guests apply, there's a space for them to say, hey, what kinds of panels or topics or whatever would you be interested in being on? And I often use that to brainstorm new classes and new panel ideas and stuff. So so I'm going to do that next after I'm done going through my current master list and highlighting ones that I'm interested in maybe doing this year. So that's where I am right now. I feel like I'm actually going to get this pretty much handled sometime during this stream. I'm gonna get a handle on which panels that I want, and then I will be ready for my meeting this afternoon, and I'll be able to start putting them into the stuff I need to put them into. Okay, let's see how everybody else did. Robin is struggling a bit, but was on task. Excellent job. Yeah, struggles are hard. I'm sure, I don't even just think, I'm sure we all have those times where we're struggling. I mean, you guys know that just from being on this stream, I've had my times on the struggle bus. So, and I'm still battling that a little bit because I haven't finished the Carnival novella that I want to get done by the end of this month. And I literally haven't even started writing it. I've been plotting it and stuff, which is the bigger project, but the writing part will be easy once I get that done. So, the struggle, the fact that you were on task, excellent job. Your faith in you and my faith in you has been underscored. All right, Anita wrote some words, did some background research. Things are progressing. Awesome. Yay. I'd love to hear that. I think that's going to be really cool. I don't really watch Law and Order anymore because it just got out of control for me. I used to like it when it first came out. I used to watch it, and I watched a little bit of SVU when it came out and stuff. And I'll still occasionally, if I'm at my mom's house or something and it's on, we'll watch it, reruns and stuff. So yay. Great job. All right. Shall we jump into the next one? And then we'll take a little break after that. So, all right, here we go. Let's do it again, y'all. Let's be productive. We've got this. Here we go. right. I did it again. I got all caught up in what I was doing. I was not even paying attention to the timer. Hey, Chloe. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it. We are getting ready to take a quick break, and then we will jump right back into it. Chloe, let us know in the chat what you're working on today. And the rest of y'all, let me know how you did that sprint. I managed to figure out how many how many class slots I have for Multiverse, and I've been mining the guest applications for additional ideas. I have, I think 9 that I had on my master class list that I want to do this year. So that leaves me 4 that I have open as that I can, get ideas from what other people have suggested. So so let's go ahead and take a break real quick. Grab something to eat or drink if you need it. Get up and stretch your bod because you definitely need it. And use the restroom, whatever. So I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. I will be right back. I have returned. Let me see. Let's see how everybody did. Anita hit the minimum word count with the ending for the article. Woo! Good, good. Still to write. Wait. Oh, got it. You already hit the minimum word count and you still have to write the ending. Got it. I totally did not read that correctly. Clearly, I am not braining very well today. Excellent. Great job. Great job. Chloe says she spent the last hour compiling her unfinished Vela sci-fi romance from what's already been posted there, and now reading through so you can hopefully finish the dang thing. Awesome. Good job. I actually have a pretty good buffer. On my Vela, I've got, I think, stuff scheduled through like 2 weeks from now, I think. So, and I post 3 times a week, so I'm really happy for that. So I've got a little bit of time to do some more. I mean, the whole story's already written, but man, the editing is just kicking my ass because I wrote it so long ago, and I was not. In some ways, some aspects of my writing were better then, because it was anyway. In some aspects of my writing was better then, but a lot of aspects of my writing are not as good as they are now. So yeah, Chloe, I feel that in my heart. I understand that completely. But you're here with us, and that's a huge thing. So you are doing awesome. I'm so glad. That you're hanging with us. Looks like our break's over. So, but there was a point where you had 3 months scheduled. That's like goals for me. I am not that good. People are like, you're so busy all the time. It's because because I work best under deadline. Like, this is due tomorrow. Literally, I am doing the schedule for Multiverse now because I have an appointment with my senior director at 4:00. That is why I'm always so busy, because I'm just like running around like my hair is on fire, and it's all my fault. It's my doing, and I own it, but that seems to be how I work. So the idea of having 3 months of a buffer, if I have 3 weeks of a buffer, I am like drinking margaritas. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm bad. Well, the good thing about the con scheduling is that because I keep track of what I have a big list of potential panels, and I keep track of what year I do what. So like, it's really mostly a matter of, just deciding what I want to do this year and organizing. So it's not like it's a big deal. I'm actually very well organized when it comes to cons. I just wait till that gives me permission to wait till the last minute to actually do any organizing. So, Robin, sometimes I worry that my talent completely atrophied. That is a real thing, because the reason that my current Vela project is better in some ways, my writing is better in some ways, is because I wrote it, I think originally in 2012, and I'd been editing professionally for about 4 years at that point. But I was also in grad school, so there was very focused writing stuff happening, even though I was reading a lot of crappy stuff, because I was part of what I was doing was reading slush and stuff. So for the publishing company I worked for, and so when I got my grad degree, and then I did another 6 years of editing for that company, which the company was fabulous and the books are fabulous, but you've got to, slog through a lot of crap to get the good stuff. So, I like some of my absolutely my descriptive skills absolutely atrophied during that time. I'm still trying to get them back. So like, I've been reading through this manuscript. I'm like, oh my god, that is written really, that part, I mean, there's some issues, but that part is written really well. I couldn't do that today, so yeah, that's the thing I have to focus on. So atrophy is definitely a thing. I don't think it's something you can lose over the course of a couple months, but I think it's something you can lose over the course of years if all you're reading, because when I was doing that editing, I wasn't reading for pleasure at all. So I was reading a lot of really crappy stuff. I was fixing stuff that was good but had problems. and I wasn't reading anything good. So that helped atrophy my stuff. So yeah. Anyway, Chloe says she still hasn't gotten her schedule for a virtual con that's next weekend. Is that Conduit? Um, are you talking about Conduit? I think that part of, I mean, I love Conduit. I love the idea of it and everything. Um, but the thing about it is that there are so many people doing it. I don't know that I mean, it's still in its infancy, right? I mean, this is what, the second year. So, so I get it, but like most cons have, a senior programming director, and then it has track directors, and then, and then the track directors tend to create the schedule based, it's sometimes like with applications for things, but they make decisions and stuff, and they organize it and everything like that. And so Conduit does it in an entirely different way. So they're kind of like not reinventing the wheel at all, but they're like doing like a whole different kind of, like not a wheel, something entirely different, right? So I feel like it's gonna take some time. Yeah, everyone doing everything. That's exactly the issue. Like, there's not, at least this is what I've noticed from the outside looking in, because, I'm on the Discord and everything like that. I didn't apply for any this year. I didn't do anything because I just didn't have the spoons for it. I have too much on I mean, I don't necessarily have too much on my plate right now, but I have enough on my plate that I know I don't need to add.
The Select Committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol.
All right. So clearly I had the YouTube for the Select Committee's thing for, oops, I pulled it out. I didn't mean to pull it out. I had it open, so it started. Sorry about that. So Robin says she was looking for reassurance from me. I did reassure you. I reassured you that you probably did not atrophy over the course of a couple months, but over years, it's possible. But again, if you're reading good fiction over that time, the chances of the atrophy being extended is not, I don't think it's really that big a deal, because it might take you a little while to get back, but it won't take you as long. So yeah, I understand that. I did the same thing, Robin. I did the same thing. Like when the tree fell in 2020, pretty much my entire writing career halted for a year and a half or 2 years. So like, I mean, I'm only just in the last couple months have been getting back into it. So, well, the last few months, I guess this year is kind of when I was getting into it. So a year and a half, it was rough, girl. But that's not when I atrophied. That's not what made me atrophy. It was the years before where I was not reading for pleasure. I wasn't reading good stuff. So, you got this, Robin. You got it. We have faith in you, remember? You have faith in you. I have faith in you. You got this. Chloe says about Conduit, she thinks it being the second year, they don't have the shiny new momentum of the first year. Yeah, now is when it starts as work. Yes, that's right. Now is when like the amount of work becomes much more apparent. So, all right. But let us get back into it. I think in this round, I am going to, like I said, I'm mining I already have a whole bunch of ideas written down. I'm mining the guest applications for ideas for new panels and stuff. There's some really good ones. I think there's one about like author assistants, like author PAs or VAs, which I may do something with that. I haven't decided yet. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to continue moving forward with this. So let us get going. Let me put 20 minutes on the clock. We ready? Let's do it. right. Another sprint down. How'd everybody do? Welcome to Shy. Glad you're here. So happy you made it. As expected, I have been distracted by the January 6th commission hearing that started at 1 o'clock. I've got it kind of on my side monitor, but I have also still been working on my list of potential topics, which is stupid long now. And I'm not even 2/3 of the way through the guest list things. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have more than enough panels for Multiverse. I'll have to go through and decide which ones I really want to have this year. And put the other ones on my potential ideas list, and then I'll have to write the descriptions and stuff for the ones I actually want. Then I'll probably leave that be at that point. I'll have my meeting with my senior director this afternoon, and then sometime today or tomorrow, or potentially Saturday morning, I will start copying and pasting over to the actual schedule. So yeah. So there I am. Yes, multitasking, which means I'm not doing anything well. I'm doing everything with like half my attention, but it's okay. I'll figure it out. Anita is heading into the article formatting. That means you're almost done. Excellent. Great job. Great job. Robin, how you doing out there? Shy, what are you going to work on? You said you're transferring out your document from your AlphaSmart. So what are you going to be working on in this next sprint? I think... No, we don't get a break. We had a break. So I always lose track of when we have breaks. I should really just, write it down and keep track, but I'm terrible at that. So Robin, how'd you do? Chloe says she's going okay. She's single tasking and couldn't even read through a scene. But you got caught up editing, so there you go. You're doing great. You're doing awesome. Honestly, some days for me, just showing up is really all I can do. Like, okay, I'm here. I will get some amount done. It will not be how much I want. It will not be how much I know I'm capable of doing. But I'll get some stuff done. I'll work on some things. So sometimes just showing up is like, that's how you get your gold star. So y'all all get gold stars because you showed up. So, all right. Still haven't heard from Robin. Who else is still out there? I think that's it. And if you're out there and you haven't said anything in the chat, please feel free. We are a pretty friendly group. So go ahead and say hi if you feel. If you don't, that's okay. You're still welcome to lurk and work along as we do our sprints. Speaking of which, let me put up 20 minutes. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's do it. All right. How'd you do? And welcome back to Robin. Glad you made it back. So I finally finished going through and getting ideas for new panels. So I'm in the process of both adding those to my ideas list in the spreadsheet and deciding which ones I actually want to add, and then I'll have to write, descriptions and stuff for them. I cannot do the description writing while I'm watching the January 6th thing because I can't both write and listen at the same time. It doesn't work for me. So I'm not sure how I'm going to work that out. So Chloe finished that scene, nearly done with the chapter. You go, girl. You got it. Robin finally made it to the next part of the scene. And her brain is just like, nope, no thank you. I understand that too. Hey, Sarah! Awesome! And you edited a half a chapter in the last 5 minutes. That's amazing. Excellent. Great job. Well, we're just about to take a break and then we'll get back into sprints after that. Robin, stopping is okay. Maybe you can switch to a different project. Maybe your brain wants a different project. So maybe try that before you just give up altogether. And it's cool. If you need to give up altogether, that's fine too. Some days you just don't have it. And it's okay. It's just the nature of the job. So, all right. I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. Nope, that's not the clock. Where's the clock? There's the clock. All right. I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. I'm going to go refill my tea and do 1 or 2 things that I need to do before I come back. And then I will be back. All right. returned. So, yeah, that's it. I'm kind of wrapped up in the January 6th hearings right now. So I'm going to continue in this next sprint. Oh, and Sarah, let us know what you're working on. So, you said you edited half a chapter. What is that? What is that book? You don't have to give us the title or anything, but what is it? Let us know what it is. So yeah, so now I'm gonna in this round I'm gonna be putting my ideas into my idea spreadsheet for panels. Oops. All right, I lost my timer. Where did it go? There it is. All right. Okay. So I'm going to be doing that and then actually figuring out which additional ones I want to have this year. All right. So, y'all ready? Should we do it again? I feel like we should do it again. All right. 20 minutes. So Sarah is editing Restless Spirits. It's pretty clean by now, but her beta readers are reading it, so working ahead of them to make sure it's good enough for them. I love that. I'll be doing that next month. So, all right. Let's get going. You ready? Off we go. All right, there we go. Another one down. How'd you do? I am at the point where I have to start writing descriptions for these panels and stuff. So I've got a total of 15. I have 13 slots. I have a total, I mean, I can get more slots, but that's not counting any evening programming. So I've got a total of 15 slots, or 15 potential classes. I usually do a couple extra because then we poll the presenters, we poll the guests rather. And if there's any panels that just like there doesn't seem like there are enough guests to, fill up the panel, then I can just drop it without losing space. So I'm kind of hoping that the January 6th commission goes into recess for a little while so I can write some of these descriptions. I'm so bad. All right. Let's see. Sarah got through another chapter. Minimal edits needed. Awesome. That is fabulous. Great job. Robin is slowly creeping forward with the paragraphs. Awesome. Chloe, 3 chapters down, 9 to go. Woohoo! Awesome. If I could math faster, I would be able to tell you the percentage you had done, but I can't. You're almost at 20%. There we go. It just took me a second. All right. I'm sorry that my screen's flickering. I'm sorry. Maybe refresh. I don't know. I think I'm doing okay. I'm not showing anything saying that I'm having any connection problems. So, all right. And Robin, yes, everybody's doing amazing, including you. You're doing awesome. I'm so proud of you for sticking with it. So good job. Good job. Oh, it might be the privacy screen. I'm not seeing any flickering on mine. I don't know what to do about that. Yes, I am proud of you. Why wouldn't I be proud of you? At the last break, you said that you were thinking about packing it in, but you pushed forward, or you creeped forward. So yes, I'm proud of you. So good job. Good job. Pat yourself on the back. All right. Do we get a break? I feel like did we just have a break? You can still but I'm proud of you for not packing it in and continuing to move forward, because that's the whole thing about writing, is that you can't just always wait for your muse, because sometimes your muse packs up and goes to fucking Tahiti, and you still got to write the book. It's okay if it takes longer or if it's harder, that's okay. Sometimes the job is harder. So Chloe says audio and video aren't synced. I wonder if I turn off my webcam and then turn it back on and see if that helps. Because sometimes if the timer stops timing, you missed the break, the last break I think we had. I think it was when your Chrome died. So, yeah, so we had a break after the second round, and I usually do it every 4, or every 2 rather. So we did the one where your Chrome crapped out on you, but I don't know. I've lost track. Do we want to break or not want to break? I'm okay with either. I'm so confused. See, this is why I really need to just track how many breaks and stuff. You did a break. Okay, so thank you, Sarah. So now, yeah, because you had come in the last 5 minutes. We did a break, then we did the 20 minutes. So now we do another 20 minutes, and then we take a break. All right. So yeah, the commission is basically having testimony and showing proof that Trump knew that having Pence, set aside the electors was both illegal and unconstitutional weeks before January 6th. But he kept telling his people, his followers, that Mike Pence could do that. So that's how it's going. Oh, shit. So the commercial... Yes, Robin, that's what I should do. That is absolutely what I should do. So, Chloe, are you back? Is the commercial over? Did you hear anything I said about the commission? Yeah, Robin, the problem with what I should do and what I actually do, you know how that is. So, yeah, I need to do that. Because I always do this. I'm always like, blah. All right, so Chloe asked... Chloe, you with us? You back? So, okay. So Chloe, yeah, so the commission has basically had testimony and shown proof that from people in the room multiple times was that Donald Trump knew that having Mike Pence either set aside the electoral vote or decide to use a different slate of electors than what the states sent to Congress was both illegal and unconstitutional, and he knew that several weeks before January 6th, yet during that time he continued to tell his followers that that's what they wanted Mike Pence to do. So it makes me so angry. It makes me so angry. And the bigger problem is that people who need to see this, who need to know that they were duped, that he knew the reality, but he wanted them to do something different, they're not watching it. They won't watch it. So yeah. So that's what they're doing right now. They've had, and pretty much all the witnesses are Republicans. They're people who serve in Trump's stuff. Yes, I think that would be the biggest problem if nothing comes of this. Some of this stuff is really super compelling, and I cannot see how, it's gonna... Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that because this is not a political discussion, but yeah, so that's where we are, and so, but I am hoping that they're going to take a little recess so that I can actually write these descriptions, because I cannot listen to this and also concentrate on writing a description for a panel at the same time. All right, so let me put 20 minutes on the clock so we can get going. And, we may skip the next break, and just because it's getting close to ending the stream, so we'll do this sprint, and then we'll do another sprint directly after it, and then we'll close the stream down. So, all right, y'all ready? Let's do it. Come on. 20 minutes starts now. All right. That one caught up with me. I was not ready for it. So the commission finally went into recess like 5 minutes ago. So now I'm like writing up my descriptions for my panels. So I'm getting in it. So how did everybody else do that round? That's really all I did. I did some cuticle care while I was watching. So, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling comfortable with this. I'll be fine with the meeting with my senior director at 4. That'll be no problem, because now at least, I have an idea of what I'm putting out there. Chloe got another chapter done. Yay! You notice I left out your parenthetical there because it doesn't matter. It's a whole chapter. You got it done. Good job. And Robin used the bathroom. I'm so proud. Great job. I mean, like I said, I did cuticle care. So there we go. But that's okay. You got stuff done that needed to get done. Great job. Great job. So, Anita's getting the images added to her article, and so she's almost finished. Maybe you'll finish in the next sprint that we're going to jump into here in just a minute. So I've got 5 more descriptions to write, and then I have to write a whole bunch of short descriptions. So one of the things we do at Multiverse is, obviously we have the description you see in the program or in the app or whatever for the panels. But when we send out the survey for the guests, we include like a short 1 or 2 sentence description that's just for them, that tells them what we're looking for. Like, for example, I have one that is about one potential panel that's about breaking into traditional publishing now. Someone who's been publishing for 30 years, only a small amount of what they're going to share is going to be relevant in today's publishing climate. So like, I just want people who have gotten a traditional publishing contract in about the last 5 or so years. Because that's, if somebody got something 20 years ago, that like the publishing landscape was entirely different then. So we put little things in there, and also, like, if we're doing something like slush reads or pitch practice, we want the people on the panel to be, editors or publishers or agents, you know what I mean? So, because that's what's like an author, sure, they can give you feedback, but they're not on your first page or first 2 pages or whatever, but they're not going to be able to tell you exactly where an editor might stop reading or whatever. Well, Robin, you've got a whole tribe that can help you with that. So, yeah. If you have, make sure you go vote in our Sunday chat for our Sunday chats, and, any of those topics or any topics you come up with that you want information on. Because the thing is, if you're still writing your book, you are in like the best position to start learning about publishing right now, because there's a lot to learn, and so it's much easier to spread it out over time before you need it than like 2 months before you want to publish or start submitting or whatever, you going, okay, I don't know anything about what I'm doing, and trying to learn everything in like 2 months. So, you're perfectly positioned right now. So, so the fact that you don't know anything about publishing is great, because you've got plenty of time to learn. Just make sure you're actively learning, right? So, all right. Robin, you're not the judge of that. You're not the best judge of that. So, just keep on doing it. Just keep on doing it. And even if you decide not to try to publish this book, you've got another one you can work on. Every book you do makes the book writing process easier. because I can write a book a lot faster now than I could 5 years ago or 10 years ago, you know? So, so don't worry about it. Don't fret about it. Don't let it stop you from finishing, because honestly, we are very rarely the best judges of whether our work is good and or publishable. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. So, all right. Pep talk over for now. I'm sure we will resume at some point. But I'm going to put another 20 minutes on the clock. Like I said, we're going to skip the break because I'm going to have to wrap up. Your first step is finishing the book and doing everything you can do to make it as polished as possible. And yes, then your next step is to find alpha readers. But also learn about the publishing process, about the different options that are open to you, how to do those things. Just learn things a little bit at a time. You'll work it out, and you've got a bunch of people here who are rooting for you and supporting you, and, you know, will do what they can to help you out. Make sure also you're watching Joe Compton's Go Indie Now network. The things that you find interesting or things that you want to learn about, there's so much up there. And those are panels, and they have all different people on them all the time, so you get lots of different viewpoints so you can learn more. So yeah. So there you go. All right. Like I said, pep talk over. So I've got 20 minutes on the clock, and we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to end strong, right? Robin, you and me, and Chloe, and Sarah's already gone, and Anita. We're all going to end strong. All right, here we go. 20 minutes. Let's do it. All right. That's it. That's it. How'd you do? I didn't get very much done because the commission came back. So yeah. So I'll get more done later. Clearly this is going to be a work into the evening day. So let me know how you did. I am going to go over the upcoming events. So, all right. So tomorrow we have our usual co-working at 1 o'clock. This is Eastern time. All of these are Eastern time. So 1 o'clock tomorrow we have co-working with me. Then, of course, Sunday evening we have our Writing Tribe chat via Zoom at 7 o'clock. Directly after that, Al hosts his Nightjar's Writing Sprints. That goes till about midnight. Then Monday we have co-working at 1 o'clock with Rachel. Then that night at 10 o'clock, Mike hosts his late night sprints. And again, that goes till usually midnight or 1. It's kind of cool because you do like three 30-minute sprints, I think, and then the rest of the conversation, and this is similar to Al's, these two that on Sunday night, Sunday and Monday night, the latter part of the time is spent brainstorming or, discussing topics or whatever, the people on the call want to do. So then Tuesday evening at 10 o'clock, Sean hosts the Nighthawks sprints. Then Wednesday, I'm back here on Twitch at noon for these sprints. And then that evening, Sean does his Night Owls sprints. And that brings us back to Thursday. So let me see how everybody did. Chloe got another chapter done. So passed the rough stuff. Awesome. Hoping she'll be done reading by this evening so she can do an actual writing stream tonight. Woo! Good job. Yay. I'm like cheering for you. And Anita finished her article and submitted it. Yay, huzzah! You win the productivity MVP award for this stream. Great job, Anita. Awesome. Robin, you still out there? How'd you do? I'm gonna give you a minute or two. So it's really hot here in Georgia. My poor air conditioning is having so much trouble keeping up, and this is apparently common all across the Southeast the last couple days. But like I bumped my AC down to like about 4 degrees lower than I usually keep it earlier today so that the house would be actually cold. So I mean, it's already getting hot, and it's probably 80 degrees in the house, even with the AC running the whole time. So yeah. All right. Robin is on task. Good job. Ready to collapse into thoughtlessness now. Excellent. You did so good. I hope you're proud of yourself because you should be. You did awesome. Great job. Now go relax. Have some ice cream. Chloe is actively texting her friend in Alpharetta about it. It's awful here, but it's Florida. You're used to awful. Plus you get those nice showers at 4 o'clock in the afternoon that cool things down a little bit. But yeah, it's rough, and it's actually supposed to, so the actual temperatures are in the high 90s this week. Next week we're actually, the actual temperatures are supposed to be over 100. Because our heat index is over 100, has been for the last several days, but our actual temperatures next week, it's actually not this like next weekend. The actual temperatures are supposed to be over 100. So it's going to be, and I agreed to do an outdoor sales thing. So I'm like going to be investing in a USB charged fan that we can set up. Because it's going to be hot as fuck, y'all. All right. Anita says her latest Miss Marvel article has been published. Huzzah. Awesome. Chloe says, weirdly, it's high 80s here. But her friend in Chicago is also getting 90s. I know, right? No, there's no such thing as climate change. It doesn't exist. Yeah. Because it normally hails in Mexico in June. Because that's usual. So anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this stream. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I hope to see you in some of the stuff that I talked about that is going to be going on over the next 7 days. And yeah, so have a great rest of your day. We'll see you later. Ciao. Bye. Bye.